Hello! If this went live, then we're live. If it didn't, then I just helloed no one.
Hold on, are we actually live on YouTube now?
We in theory, are live on YouTube.
Hopefully we're live.
We'll know in a minute. Yes, we're live on YouTube,
live.
my
Awesome.
friend.
Hold on, why's your thing white?
What?
Mine turns blue when it goes live.
What?
The camera.
Different camera. This is the 922 Pro Streamer.
It does look really good.
All right, guys. If this is your first time joining us on the stream, the Q&A, we've been doing these quite frequently over here on Comicstorian. Typically, once we're done, we unlist these. So thank you for being here. And if you have the link, you can always watch back, but we don't leave them listed. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how this works outright. When we're ready to answer a question, we will glance at the chat and answer whatever question we see. On average, there is 70 to 100 messages going by a minute, so there is a huge chance that your question is going to be missed. How do you get your question answered? Well, I don't like saying it like this, but honestly, Super Chat we will always prioritize, okay? So don't feel like you have to do Super Chat, because I don't agree with the fact that it charges you by the letter. But it will.
Hold on, does it really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
$2 is like 40 letters, but like if you go to 10, it's like 140. And like they'll give you more space the bigger your amount is. That's why the bigger questions cost more money.
That's why people they'll give me like a super chat and then it'll just be like a giant run-on sentence.
Yeah, because they're trying to cram it all in. I don't agree with that, which is why I'm not like, hey, please do super chat, but we will prioritize those and then we will glance over and check questions in the chat. The chat is right here. If you don't get your question answered because this is a short Q&A, we are going to be live on twitch.tv/EligibleMonster playing Destiny, leveling to cap all day.
Destiny 2.
Destiny 2. That means that we are going to be live probably for like...
so loud right now.
Am I?
Yes.
Sorry.
You are screaming into your microphone.
Am I screaming?
Jesus.
Okay. Well, that means that we're going to be live for the next, like, 8 hours, is what I'm getting at.
Yes, we're going to be live for a while. So if the question doesn't get answered here, it'll get answered there.
Right. The Twitch link is right beneath in the description and right at the bottom of the screen. You can see it right there. Just go on over and join us. We will answer every question in Twitch. It may be a little rough at times, but trust me, we will be there long enough to answer every question on Twitch.
Yeah. Even questions like, what is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
It's 40. It's 42.
All right, so the first question is, do you think the DCEU movies will do metal in their movies at some point by Mal Havoc? I think that's way too crazy to put in the movies.
Yeah, it's too bonkers, and if it is, it's so far out. You're talking about a lot of build-up. I mean, you're talking about you'd have to find some way to roll in the events of Final Crisis. You'd have to roll in Scott Snyder's Batman run and the Court of Owls. You'd have to do a lot of stuff in order to make that work. You have to roll in Hawkman.
And if you don't do that, it will be another Suicide Squad.
That's exactly what
it will. It'll just be a bunch of shit that no one will know.
Yeah, like things are happening, and I don't know what it means or why, but Deadshot's really cool because he killed a bunch of zombies, so like, that's awesome.
I missed you said it, but someone said, oh, there it is. Alex Davis says, my purple hair is on point. This was actually a sub-goal over on Twitch. I'm kind of liking it, though. I might keep it.
I don't know if you intended this, but it's ironic because it matches the Twitch purple.
It was supposed to be a darker purple, but it does match the Twitch purple.
See, the correct response to that is, of course that was my intention.
Of course that was my intention. I was actually going to go blue, and they were out of blue.
Oh.
The goal was to have everyone who does the Twitch stream frequently, twitch.tv/EligibleMonster, where we stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Everyone who was on that frequently was to dye their hair, so that's me, Dan, and Houston. And I was going in for blue, but they were out of blue.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, purple will match Twitch-ish. Like, I'll just... Well,
I mean, on YouTube, that's an okay answer. If you're on Twitch and somebody asks that, you say, of course it's purple.
Oh, yeah, no, of course it's purple for Twitch. Yeah, no, it is. Rob, get closer to the mic, please.
Get closer to the mic, please. Okay, where do you ask a question? You ask a question by just typing down in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, if you type in the chat, that's where we're getting the questions from.
Yeah.
My man cheering burritos. Boy, just turned notifications on. Can't wait for more videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. D. Gilroy26 says, DC and Marvel ever contacted you? We actually talked with both of them. Huh? DC, a ton. Marvel is very much in the attitude of, you leave us alone, we'll leave you alone.
That's really kind of it.
DC will talk to us frequently about things they'd like to see, would we be interested in this stuff. My rule has always been, I will never charge. I will never do anything like that. I will always do things that I enjoy. If I don't like the comic, I won't cover it. Yeah. If I'm not reading the comic, I won't cover it. If it's a topic I enjoy, I'll cover that.
Yeah.
So.
The best part of what it is that we do is being able to meet writers. The downside is every time we ask them for spoilers, they won't tell us.
Because they're worried we're going to tell
we're going to tell people. They're like, nope, we can't tell you anything. And then it gets really disappointing because we really want to know.
Juicebox Guy is asking if we're moving to Twitch. The answer to that is no. What we're doing is Comicstorian will never end. It'll always have its videos. It'll always be going up. We're launching Twitch as a side thing because if YouTube keeps doing this and hits us like a truck eventually, because right now it's like getting hit with a baseball bat. You know, it's going to hurt, but we're going to recover. Yeah. If you hit me with a truck, we're done. So if that ever happens on YouTube, that's why we're building up the Twitch audience. It's a backup plan, but we are doing it frequently. It's a lot of fun. There's a great community over there. Yeah. We talk comic books, video games, everything all day. Pretty much my 16-year-old self would be jealous of my current life. I
love that answer because it's like, yeah, man, like the way the demonetization works right now, like they hit us and we're just laying up in a hospital for like a day or two. Yeah. Sprained ankle or something. I don't know.
YouTube sprained my ankle. Mm-hmm. Tiago ranked the Dark Knight's one-shots from best to worst.
Oh, Dawnbreaker, Red Death, Murder Machine.
You were ready with that.
Then the Drowned. Dude, Dawnbreaker.
I'll agree with that because Dawnbreaker's the best.
Oh, dude, it's insane.
Dawnbreaker takes the cake.
Batman
and Red Death definitely comes separate.
Huh?
Red Death definitely comes separate. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Batman becomes a Green Lantern and kills the DC universe.
Yeah,
like, it's amazing.
It is. I was gonna say I want to know the Joker who laughs though, the man who laughs, the Batman who laughs.
Oh, dude, and Merciless. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah. Did you see they did a promo for it today? There's no mercy from the merciless. And they put
but that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing.
$20 super chat from John Clark. What are your thoughts on how they're mixing Thor Ragnarok and Planet Hulk? I am okay with that because what a lot of people don't know is Marvel doesn't own Hulk.
Yeah, Universal does. Yeah, well, they own the distribution rights, I think.
Well, no, the arrangement is simple. Universal takes portions of the money. It's what the Spider-Man arrangement is. Yeah. But Universal gets first dibs on a Hulk movie. That's why we don't have a Hulk movie. Huh. That's why Hulk has always been a side character in other movies, and then the ones that have been made are pretty subpar compared to a Marvel movie.
See, I thought it was a distribution rights, and I thought it was basically like they did the Edward Norton movie, and they were like, you know what, we're not even gonna worry about that anymore. Like we're done.
Yeah, I think.
And they were waiting for Ruffalo to see how he did in Avengers.
Yeah, well, I think he's the best Hulk. Mm-hmm. I think his banner is spot on, and what a lot of people don't realize when, like in my opinion, when they're acting out the characters, they always forget like Bruce Banner is someone you need to act. Yeah. Stop just trying to be angry. You have to be Bruce Banner. Yeah. And I think Ruffalo does a great job of Bruce Banner.
Yeah, he's amazing.
I will do. Ben Rush says, "What happened to your co-videos? Clearly, they're hard to find. I don't know.
To your
co-videos?
The
R&B podcast comes out every Saturday, and there's a playlist for it.
The co-videos.
That's all I can assume. Yeah, that was from Ben Rush. We got a super chat from Jason Shiflett for $2. More important question: cake or pie?
Cake.
Pie.
Yeah.
You get more flavor in your pie.
Oh, man, you can get more flavor in cake.
And you get more sugar in a pie, and you get more carbs in a cake.
I don't care. I like cake. Cake is amazing. Jason Shiflett, you know cake is amazing.
I'll double down on both these questions. Rafai and Dylan. Will I cover War Jokes and Riddles? Will I do the Runaways? War and Jokes and Riddles is probably coming out like next week or the week after. Runaways, no. I don't care. Never liked them. That can be a Rob thing.
No. Rob will not cover the Runaways. I'm sorry. I know there's an audience. I'm just not a member of that audience.
Well, there's an audience for every comic book. I don't like everything. I've always said it 100 times. I'm not a fan of the X-Men. I know it's blasphemy to hear that, but I've never been a huge fan. Animated series is my X-Men, and that's all I've ever liked.
Oh, dude, you're missing so many great stories.
They've never like resonated with me outside of Wolverine, but I don't even consider him an X-Man because he's like on every team.
He's just the popular guy.
Yeah, he's just on every team and it doesn't count.
It's crazy.
Cat Wow says, never left my She-Mail porn faster than to watch this. Well, we appreciate that.
I mean, I'm glad you trust us enough to tell us that you were watching that kind of stuff. That's all you.
Cassandra Thatcher says Spider-Man or Deadpool?
Oh.
It's a tough one.
I would go with Spider-Man.
Yes.
Because one, his humor has a purpose, and two, it's a great blend of humor and seriousness.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I like Deadpool, but you know what? I would agree with you 5 years ago. But the current path they've done with giving Deadpool actual character and a life and everything for like the sad clown approach, I like that better than Spider-Man.
Yeah. I just can't get over like the slapstick humor that he has from time to time. Can't get past that.
Like killing the zombie presidents.
Yeah, hanging out with like Ghost Benjamin Franklin.
He's his buddy. Yeah, they work together.
I can't get past it. I mean, I get that the stories are really popular in terms of the two of them working together with a Spider-Man Deadpool comic. But for me, Spider-Man's humor is more just like bad jokes, as opposed to just over the top goofiness. So.
Oh, Comicstorian, he said that we should label the podcast better. So there's actually a reason behind that, and it's a YouTube algorithm thing. So the audience on Comicstorian won't watch new videos typically. So they'll watch something that says complete story. They'll watch something that says top 10. They won't watch something that says R and BE.
Yeah.
So because of that, what I do is I kind of trick the audience into trying out the new shows.
Why would you tell them that?
Well, because they can know that. It's fine. These people obviously like talking to us.
Yeah. These folks are the ones who will
Yeah,
watch
these are the ones that watch it. But the people who just casually watch the channel, I don't label them R and BE until literally a week later, and then I forget half the time.
Yeah.
But what I do is I put it out as something that'll be very clickbaity, and then once a week goes past, I label them R and BE so that people looking for R and BE can find it. But we got all those views off people who didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty genius idea. Yeah. Especially this time of year, because most people usually in this time of year will watch videos in the evening or they'll watch it on the weekends. More on the weekends than the evenings.
Yeah.
But that's actually a pretty good idea.
Yes. Thoughts on the DCEU? I'm excited with the new direction of individual movies for characters. I think it's something they should have been doing since the start, because that's literally what Marvel does. Everyone likes to say the MCU, but if you look at it, half of the movies don't relate into the MCU.
Yeah, it works. I mean,
Ant-Man's solo.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is solo.
It is. I mean, it ties in insofar as like they reference things, but you don't see Captain America show up in the Doctor Strange film.
Right.
And it's a proven working formula. I think that the idea was that DC did not want to be like Marvel with their cinematic universe, which makes sense to a degree, but I think that people wanted... The Marvel Cinematic Universe, I think, really blew up the concept of like what a shared universe could be. Shared universes have existed for a while, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe blew it up to like a whole new level. And so because of that, everybody's trying to hop on the bandwagon.
Well, I feel like before the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the overall thing with the shared universes was a fun Easter egg game.
Yeah.
I mean, even Iron Man 1 was kind of like that. Ooh, a shield! You know?
Oh, yeah, all those little Easter eggs. Yeah, I remember that because that started, oh my God, that was half the fun of watching the movie because it set you on the pattern every time a new movie came out. Well, they referenced another character in this movie.
Yes. And that was the fun part, and then it became a whole big thing. 2 questions are going to Axel TV. Do you watch the Avengers cartoon? Not the new one. I watched Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the older one.
That was a good.
That was a good one. And then there was a question from Evan. Is there a TWP tonight? Yes, we are going to be doing the weekly poll. It's going to be funny because we're going to be leveling in Destiny. So we're not going to stop the leveling. But at the time of the weekly poll on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/eligiblemonster, where you can find us playing games every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then on Tuesdays is the weekly poll podcast. During that period, we're just going to put the weekly poll in the corner and keep the game going because we're racing. We're going to see who can get capped first.
Yeah, that is kind of what we're doing.
Yeah. Gerald White gave $1. Thank you so much for the super chat. And David Riviera says, can you get a shout out and a splooge? Shout out to David.
Splooge to David.
I like I said to David and not on David.
Yeah. Oh yeah, splooge on David.
No. Why do you do that?
Because David wants it. He wants the splooge.
Okay. B. Vass says that you are a freaking stud.
I appreciate it. And I would agree with that statement.
Cover Transformers Shattered Glass or Daniel Smith? Probably not, honestly. I like the Transformers books, but no one on the channel does.
Yeah.
Do I prefer Deadpool as a villain or anti-hero? I like him as an anti-hero. I do.
I feel like him being a villain in Marvel Legacy is a throwback to the old Rob Liefeld stories. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really partial to Deadpool. So I would say it could probably go either way for me. Whichever story resonates with me the most is probably the one that I would go with.
I can see that.
Villain, or, anti-hero or villain. So.
DeBito Incorporated says, what is your opinion? In your opinion, would it be a good idea for comic companies to advertise big events like Batman Metal on TV and YouTube? Yes!
Yes, it would. And especially something like Metal. It would boost the profile in a lot of different ways. There's an old saying that what is it? God. What's that one? It's something along the lines of like...
They said they can't hear us that well. I'm just going to turn the gain up because I think it's set low for my audio.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just see you stand up and then just hovering over me. And it was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was set lower because of my audios.
Oh.
Sorry about that, guys. It was set lower. This is why I leave these unlisted because they're not always the best quality. Right?
But anyway, there's the old saying, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Like, as long as people know what you're doing, then that's the important thing. And I think that advertising, especially on YouTube, because it's largely the digital space, works perfect for Marvel because that is the geek culture audience. So
DC's starting to get with the picture. They're starting to do more digital promotion and stuff like that, and I feel like that's what they both need to be doing, Marvel and DC. And I'm not even worried about our channels and stuff like that. I'm in general, like you said, the new generation is on the internet. Why are they not promoting these events on the internet?
Exactly.
Nobody goes to the comic book store anymore. As much as I'd love them to, and I still enjoy doing it, my primary way of reading comics at this point is digital.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people who have done that unless you're a collector.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Jason Shiflett says, Benny, Deadpool or Red Hood? Don't make me choose.
You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
Well, I got a Red Hood tattoo, and I don't have Deadpool yet. Apparently, he's going right here, though.
Okay, well, that doesn't answer the question. So
Red Hood. I'm going Red Hood.
Okay.
We missed one. $10 from John Clark. Indiana Jones or Han Solo? By the way, love your guys' channels. I try to watch the videos. I'm assuming you meant to say as many videos as you can instead of videos of the videos I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Han Solo. You like Indy?
I like Indiana Jones.
If you had to pick one or the other?
Yeah. Well, I like Indiana Jones because it's so fun. It's just adventurous.
No, I agree with you on that. The only reason I'm picking Han Solo over Indy is we have yet to see Han Solo portrayed poorly. And Indy and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was not good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That movie doesn't exist. There's only three.
There's no movie called Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That movie doesn't exist.
Jam Call? What is it?
Jamcal X.
To Rob,
No
you
idea.
need a T-shirt that says "Amazing." Say it.
Amazing.
And also, Benny, tell me how great the JLA and Avengers team up story was.
Oh, you're talking about the one from 2003 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
That was kind of a cool story.
It was okay.
I mean, it was by no means a great story. It wasn't really well
that
written,
one,
but-
and the reason I don't like that one, and I don't like, I'm not a huge fan of DC versus Marvel, is they just prove the point that I've said that whatever the writer in the control wants is what's going to happen. Everyone likes to be like, oh, Superman could beat this guy because he's beat this guy and such. None of that matters.
No, a lot of fans voted on those.
Well, the vote was the DC versus Marvel. Isn't the
Yeah.
JLA versus Avengers not a vote one?
No, they just wrote the story.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So at least the vote one, I'm like, okay, it was a fan vote. I'll do that one, but
Yeah.
that's why I haven't done the other one.
Yeah.
Rob from Christian Venson. I draw comics, and my writer gained most of his comic knowledge from your channel.
From me?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, the other guy sitting next to me.
Well, no, I thought it was I thought it was somebody named Rob, and I was like, wow, that's awesome. Holy cow.
From Fried Weiss.
But man,
That's his name.
What a play on words. Kudos. That's awesome.
Comicstorian Rob, where can I send Agent Venom Dark Knight?
I don't really have a P.O. box.
Send it to your house. Just give your house address out.
Just give my home address?
Yeah, it's
Give
fine.
My personal address?
I send everything to the comic store, Jason's.
That's probably not a bad idea.
I tell everyone to send it there, and I get it.
Send me an email, and we'll get it sorted out. rob@marvelexplained.com.
Okay. Dante says, Destiny 2 PC hype. Twitch squad, where you at? HYPEEE.
Hype! They're over there.
They're over there.
Oh, man.
Don't forget, guys, immediately following this, if we don't get to your question, we will be live on twitch.tv/eligible monster answering more questions, talking comic books while we race to the cap of Destiny 2. What are you being today? I didn't even know. I'm being a
Titan.
warlock.
I'm a Titan.
You're Titan again?
Yeah, Houston
Okay.
and I are both going to be Titans, I think.
So you and Houston are going to have more of a direct race.
Yeah.
Because, like, it'll be very easy to go, well, the warlock can just nuke everything, and that's the end of that.
Yeah. World of Warlock. You said World of Warlock.
No.
This is not World of Warcraft.
I did not say that. I don't even play that
You
anymore.
said World of Warlock.
So anyway, where in the U.S. are you based? Colorado.
Yeah, actually, we're both based in Colorado. Which is weird, because I'm the new guy out here, and he's been here for a while.
Well,
So
only like 5-6 years.
yeah, that's true.
Houston, too. Dan is the one that has been here forever.
Dan's been here for... Dan, you've been here since you
4
were
years?
like 8, right?
Yeah. So I've been here longer than Houston.
How long you been here, Dan?
Since what? We've
How-
been where?
How old were you when you moved here?
99.
99, okay.
Okay, so Dan has been here since 99, since
Dan-
his mic is unhooked.
Yeah, Dan, he said he moved here, he was 99 when he got here. So
Yes.
I have no idea how old Dan is now. But
Moon...
When I was 8. I see what you're saying now.
Moonlit BC, this is a Warlock jacket. I will be wearing it today to represent.
that's awesome. Dude, I've seen some amazing Destiny 2 cosplay where they dress up as the characters. And it's crazy.
You want to pop in real fast and show them your Titan one?
Oh, wow.
I didn't ask you. Come here.
I don't have
I
one.
can't do it. There we go, Titan.
Wow.
And Hunter.
Did you not notice we've been wearing these for the last like 2 weeks?
Nope. I was not paying attention to your gear.
Jamal says R2. I don't know what it. I reference R2 as the R2 button on a controller. What is playing right now? It's on.
What?
The PlayStation's on. I said, what's on it?
Oh, no.
All right. Anyway, Razor Phoenix. Do you like Roy and Jade as a ship? I don't know who Jade. Who's Jade? Alan Scott's daughter?
Jade as a ship?
Yeah. You know what ship means, right?
No.
A ship is when it's a fan. They want them to be together. So when they
Oh.
say I ship Benny and Rob, they're assuming we sleep together. You never knew that?
No.
Teaching Rob internet lingo 101.
I've learned new things over the course of the last
We explained
day or
what furries were to him yesterday. We're not doing that on the stream right now.
That's a whole different discussion.
I'm just telling you, don't look it up on Google.
Many laughs were had. No, I mean, okay. I honestly, I'm kind of a stickler for Jade and Kyle Rayner. That's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that. Yeah, Jade and Kyle Rayner, I can see. Gerald White says, all new, all different Marvel or Marvel Legacy, which is their best rebirth? Well, we haven't seen anything in Legacy. I can't judge it.
Yeah, we haven't really seen anything from Legacy. Going by Legacy #1, it'll be astounding. That being said, I thought there were some great stories from All New Order for Marvel. Give it a year, and then that's a question to ask after that.
Yeah.
After we have a couple story arcs.
Because we've only had the first issue. So far, I like Spirits of Vengeance. Iron Man was intriguing. I wouldn't say it's good yet, but I was intrigued by that.
I mean, I like the hunt for Tony Stark.
Yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued. I want to know what's going to happen with that. You know, Thor is really good. I enjoyed that one. 700.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be sad, man. I think they're going to make Jane Foster Valkyrie. To be honest, I'm afraid they're going to do that.
Menace 420 says, Rob and Benny, I just wanna. You guys are the shiznit.
Well, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much on that one. Your name is awesome.
Yeah, Menace to Society. That was a good movie.
Yes, Fried Weiss. We do have Streamlabs set up for donation goals on the Twitch. We don't have it on YouTube side. Zev Core gave $2 to Kiss, Mary, Bang. We don't do that on this channel because it's family friendly, so we always do the first one. Just Kiss, Mary, Bang. Okay?
What were the options?
We do those all the time on Twitch, though. Wonder Woman, Power Girl, and Starfire.
Kiss, Starfire, Bang Power Girl, and Mary Wonder Woman.
See, I would actually do it the other way around. I would kiss Wonder Woman, marry Power Girl, and have sexual relations with Starfire. Family friendly. Family friendly.
That's not really family friendly, man.
Matt Hayes 2000 gave $20 to ask his question.
Wow,
thank you. Best comic, game, and movie of 2017. As of right now, I would say movie. I like Spider-Man. I thought Spider-Man was pretty on point.
Yeah, we got a week and a half, 2 weeks till Thor 3 comes out. I will bet my money that'll be the best one of the year. But I would say Spider-Man's pretty solid so far.
Yeah. Game. What have I gotten the most hooked on this year? Because it's been a pretty crummy year for games.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I played Uncharted 4 this year for
but I'm trying to think of something that came out this year, not what I played this year. Yeah. I guess Destiny, honestly, because I can't think of much else that I played that came out this year.
Yeah.
It wasn't just me playing catch up on a game.
Yeah, it hasn't really been a good year for me.
And the best comic of the year. Ow, that hurt my throat. Honestly, I'm trying to think of what Batman I've been reading pretty consistently, and Gwenpool are the two that I'm loving the most right now.
Favorite.
I told you about Gwenpool. You need to get in on that.
Secret Empire is the one I dig.
You're wrong. It's okay to be wrong sometimes.
Yeah, when I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not wrong.
Okay, Darth Spider says Shattered Glass or Deadpool, Red Hood, and Batman will find you. I don't. The game? Well, we're not playing that game.
Wow.
Have we all tried Cuphead yet from Tyradol Saradin?
No, I've watched people play it, and I've watched them rage.
Tomorrow you're playing it for the gaming channel.
No, I've not.
No, legit. We are playing that and then the Bioshock thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're gonna 2-player it, buddy.
Good luck. Good luck to us.
Tomorrow it'll be films for the Eligible Monster Gaming channel. It'll come out next Wednesday. Deshaun Frederick gave $5 to ask, Red Hood and the Outlaws have been very happy and friends-oriented instead of Red Hood being cold and the Outlaws pushing moral limits. Thoughts on that? Loving it.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I'm really kind of burned out on the whole, like, angsty, misunderstood by the world Jason Todd. Like,
I like Jason Todd finally being like, I'm going to grow up a little and move on.
Like, find my place in the DC world. Yeah. Like, I'm pretty happy with that.
Alusinic Freeman, graded comics-wise, who's a better company, CGC or CBCS? I don't know personally. I only have CGC ones. I know you don't even do that.
I've bought some that are already CGC, but I don't actually.
Yeah, I do myself. CGC, and everybody that I've spoken to says that CBCS is garbage. But I've never tried them, so I don't have firsthand experience with that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Michael Ortiz says that the page of Thor 700 with all of the visions, hype!
It was pretty solid. It was pretty good. I'm really excited to see where it goes. Like I said, I mean, Jane Foster could die or she could just become a different character. No idea.
Any big names in comics that you don't like?
As in characters or writers?
No, writers. Or? Marble Thunder. Ask that question.
I mean, not particularly. I mean, usually when a writer creates a story And it's a story that I don't particularly like. There was a time when I was younger where I was like, this story's trash.
Yeah.
But like, as
I
I,
just
got
don't read
older,
that one.
yeah, as I got older, I'm just like, look, I mean, because the problem is you end up insulting people who love those stories.
Yeah.
You know, and so the idea is like, well, it's just not a story for me. You know, it's just not something that resonates with me.
Dark Mark 66 says, Benny, you got me hooked on Gwenpool. Good. Now we gotta get Rob to read it because it's right up his alley.
Good luck.
Reality bending Omega level people.
Yeah, but it's Gwenpool. She's a girl from the real world who's like Deadpool. I'm not interested in that.
She's not like Deadpool though. She is wholly her own. That's another argument for another day. Ben Rush donated $5. Rob, dude, any chance for the original Lobo solo series or Lobo and Etrigan team up books? Their team up books are amazing.
Okay, so my policy when it comes to characters like that, those are best suited like if he's going to be announced or there's going to be a big event or something like that. Just because it's not really something that people go out and look for. There are some great stories there, and there are stories that I would definitely love to cover. But the goal of my channel is to educate people about comics they wouldn't normally read. And if they don't have any reason to look for it, there's no point in doing a video on it.
Right, yeah. I got one coming out this week that I'm a little worried about. It's a huge video. It's called Witches. Scott Snyder's like big horror.
Dude, I love Witches.
Isn't it amazing?
Oh my
Yes.
god, dude. Pledged is pledged. I love Witches, man.
I'm doing it, and I think I'm just going to call it Scariest Comic Book Ever in hopes that it gets some kind of traction.
Dude, that's okay. Because when I was originally reading that, I was like, dude, Benny and his style would make this so scary.
Yeah.
And it's a great Halloween video.
It is. So we're going to do it. I'm hoping for the best.
Oh, dude.
This is why you don't normally see things that have no reference at all.
Yeah.
Andrew Nickname says, is Reverse Flash working with Dr. Manhattan? I don't think so. He killed him.
Yeah, he kind of disintegrated him.
He kind of killed him pretty
Unless
good.
it's a red herring. It's all bruise. I have no idea.
Christian Black, this is for you because you like Secret Empire, Civil War, or Secret Empire. If you got to pick one.
Civil War 1 or Secret Empire?
One, because he said one. He didn't
Civil
say.
War 1. Hands down, it was far more expansive. It was more meaningful and impactful because really it was the first story like that I read. I mean, Kingdom Come predates Civil War by quite a while, but that was 4 issues where Civil War was 110 by the time I got done.
Yeah.
So definitely Civil War 1.
Harjan Murray says, will you guys be doing videos on the Avengers game being made by Marvel at Square Enix? I feel it's going to be amazing. We will be on the gaming channel.
Yeah.
I may do a quick thing over here, more to promote the gaming channel, but we will be covering it and talking about it. So
Yeah.
everybody comment with crack-a-coom! That was from Half Shadow Beard. That was not me trying to stroke my own ego, but please do it. Just please do it right now.
What's Crack-a-cocoon?
You don't know my crack-a-coom?
No,
I started doing it every time the Flash hits max speed. They started writing in the comics, crack-a-coom!
Oh.
And so I started saying it like that, and we even made a T-shirt for it because everyone's like,
Wow.
crack-a-coom! Zev Core says, what is your opinion on Ultimate Marvel? I didn't follow it at all outside of Spider-Man.
I've only ever started following it recently. I knew the Marvel Cinematic Universe was based on it, and there's some really, really cool stories there. I think it's one of those things where it is hit and miss. I mean, like, there's a story where Magneto takes the hammer of Thor, which we might cover because Thor's coming out.
Yeah, someone mentioned that yesterday in the chat, and I was like, well, looks like we're going to be talking about that.
Dude, it's beast. I mean, there's a story where, I mean, there is some cool stuff. The heroes are more grounded and they're more tangible. They're not designed to be as out there and godly like, you know, as you find in the main Marvel universe.
Right.
But, you know, again, it's just like any other comic book story. I mean, there's things that I like, things that I don't like, and so on. So
Sean Pulley says, Rob, why are you so far behind on metal? I rely on you for the intellectual intellectual aspect in Comicstorian for the entertainment.
because I'm going out of town for a week and I'm just cramming out whatever videos I can make. That's why.
By the way, for metal, just wait till tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Tashin Brown asks, how powerful is Ghost Rider? Isn't he one of the strongest characters in Marvel? Since you do a lot of the power scaling research, what do you think?
I don't really like power scaling, although I have done it.
I'm not a fan of it either, but you at least have looked into it.
Yeah, I did an Omega level video on him or something like that, or how to kill his character or something along those lines. Yes, I don't remember off the top of my head what it was that made him so powerful, but he's basically a being that's designed to grab the souls of those who escaped from hell and bring them back. So he's got to be powerful enough to basically take on almost anybody. I don't think he ever took on like Galactus or anything like that, but he fought the Hulk during World War Hulk and like stalemated him. So he stalemated him, didn't he? There was like a stalemate between the two.
The Hulk beat him, and Johnny Blaze lost control.
Oh, okay.
And the Spirit of Vengeance had full control and pretty much annihilated the Hulk and stared him with a penance stare, and he said he's innocent and let him go.
Wow.
Yeah. The Spirit of Vengeance took complete over, and that was what Dr. Strange was like.
I never read the Ghost Rider tie-in.
Oh, you haven't read it?
Dude, I need to.
Johnny Blaze shows up, and Johnny...
No, don't tell me. I want to read it.
I gotta tell you.
No, don't spoil it. Do not spoil it for me. I want to read it.
Let's just say, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm gonna say one thing. Doctor Strange and Tony Stark are like, he's going to win as long as he doesn't lose the safety And then Doctor Strange panics, and he's like, we lost Ghost Rider's safety.
Wow.
It's like 2 issues. How have you not read that thing?
Honestly, I read the X-Men tie-in, and that was kind of it.
X-Men's not bad. I
He
love
Colossus's arms.
I love that. I loved Juggernaut running at him, and he's like, keep running.
Oh, dude, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Jake Steele gave $5. Hey, guys, any tips for a first-timer planning on going to San Diego Comic-Con first year?
Be prepared, man. It's a marathon.
Yeah. We don't go because it's so bad. We just do videos at home.
Wear your best pair. Wear the most comfortable shoes you got, and drink lots and lots of water.
Oh, yeah.
And keep your hands clean with those sanitation things.
If you want to train for the walk and the standing, I would go for 10-mile walk until you're up to 10 miles a day.
Yeah.
And you might be able to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Your feet you'll be feeling it.
Damian Garman says, yay or nay for the Justice League film?
Oh yes, definitely.
I'm excited for it. I'm not Thor Ragnarok excited because I know Thor Ragnarok's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Justice League, I want it to be good. I want it to be Wonder Woman. Worried it's gonna be Batman v Superman, where I'm gonna walk out and be like, it had its moments, but overall,
DC hasn't quite proven with a consistent track record that their movies are just stellar across the board. Marvel's got more successes than they do lackluster films.
Yeah.
DC's kind of not really the opposite. They're kind of breaking even at this point. So.
The Cooch dude, Chug dude.
the Cooch dude.
The Chug dude. Will you guys ever do DC's Our Worlds at War? I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, well, I've heard of it, but I've never read it. Okay. I don't know anything about it.
We are reaching the 11 o'clock. Are the servers live? Because we'll keep going here until the servers are live.
Nope.
Nope? Okay. So we're going to do another 5 minutes here, I guess, and then and we'll check back in. They're going to get ahead of us, but we're going to check back in.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Why don't we like power scaling? Okay, I'm going to give my excuse for this. Power scaling, the problem I have with power scaling is the people who do it. I love it as a fan argument and a way to go, hey, he beat him, so he should be able to beat him. And I have no problems arguing with you.
Yeah.
I have argued with 3 power scalers total now. And the power scalers love to pull the argument of, this is fact, not a fan opinion. At the end of the day, because of the nature of comic books and anime and whatever you're doing, it is still an opinion. Yes, Superman beat this guy one time before, but anytime a new writer comes in, it'll be completely changed.
Yeah.
Okay? And the power scalers love to be like, no, this is fact. He beat such and such, so he can beat such and such. And I'm like, that's not fact. That is still your opinion. Your opinion is Superman beat the Green Lantern, so Superman can beat the Entity or whatever. Or he beat the Entity so he can beat the Green Lantern. Like, that, it's really what it boils down to is an opinion. And it's a fan opinion. And I don't mind it as a fun fan opinion to go, hey, yeah, Superman did beat the Green Lantern Entity, so of course he can beat Hal Jordan. I don't think that's happened. I'm just giving an example of like how the scaling works. But with the problem I have is the 3 people I've argued with go, no, it is factual. And like writers have even said it. I'm like, no. The fact is, when a new writer comes in, they can change anything.
Yeah.
Anything can be changed, and because of that, power scaling will never be this is a carbon, like this is the rules, this is the list. It'll never be that way unless DC comes out with an official power chart and says, no matter what you write, you cannot beat this guy.
Yeah, here's how these characters rank against each other.
And so, and that's the problem I have. It's the audience who takes power scaling too seriously. It's not power scaling. Power scaling's fun. I have fun with it. I mean, you do it all the time.
Oh yeah, it's enjoyable to do. It's just, to me, I feel like power scaling was made up by a fan who wanted their character to win but couldn't find any other way to justify it. Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that's the whole power scaling thing. There's too many inconsistencies. I mean, Benny makes a good point. The Incredible Hulk couldn't breathe underwater until he could because the writer wanted him to. So
I mean, it just like Wolverine is you can't kill the Hulk at all until he gets eaten by a bunch of bugs in the end.
Yeah, I mean, in Days of Future Past, Wolverine was blasted by a Sentinel, and everything but his skeleton was incinerated, and he died. And then in Civil War, the same thing happened, and he just came back. So there's too many inconsistencies. You can't take anything as an absolute truth.
Right, and the argument I get a lot of times with the guys who like to argue that it's factual, and the best argument ever that someone brought to me, and I just brought it down immediately, I was like, by your power scaling argument, factually, Deadpool has killed everyone and therefore can kill everyone, and Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. And they were like, well, no, that's not in canon. You can't pick and choose your canon because at the end of that, Deadpool killed that version. So by power scaling, and that's the problems with power scaling. They pick and choose what they want to take into their head canon, and then the true power scalers like to argue it like it's fact, and it's not. I have no issues with opinion-based arguing. We have more. We got to move on to the next one.
We got to move on to the next topic. We could talk about that all day long.
Yeah.
So.
Jay Tunchi says, Rob, you're the best thing coming out of DC Rebirth. Benny, why not audition for Joker? Your laugh is golden. Thank you.
Dude, I would. You should. You should do that. That's creepy.
You should hear me do my creepy voice of the witches and witches.
I'm excited to watch that video. I'm really hyped.
The OK channel. Either of you guys do some Lovecraftian stories? I love the Lovecraftian lore. I don't know much about it, though.
Oh, the Call of Cthulhu, man.
Yeah,
The
it's the
Cult of
Cthulhu shit and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's cool, but as far as... I don't know if they have comics for Cthulhu.
They do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I've never read it.
It's like some third party whatever, but...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never read it.
Slashing Mike gave $10 to say, what predictions do you guys have for the upcoming Doomsday Clock? I personally would like to sit down between... I would personally like to see a sit down between Dr. Manhattan and Superman. How can someone send a work application to you guys? I'm not accepting any applications right now, and normally I just hire local people. I don't hire outside because, I mean, people work from home all the time, but if you fuck up, I like to see you face to face. That's pretty much how that works.
Yeah, I like to deal with that in person.
And personally, I'd like to see Dr. Manhattan and Superman sit down. That is actually apparently going to happen.
Yeah.
Jeff John said that.
Yeah, they're not going to fight, because the question that...
I think they're going to fight in the end, but he didn't want it to just be a fight, he said.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't see how that fight would work. But besides that, yeah, they're actually going to sit down, because I think it's going to be more of a question of, like Dr. Manhattan asking Superman, why do you guys do what you do? Like, why do you just keep fighting over and over again? So I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting. But yeah, they're actually going to have a sit down. Having said that, I think the Doomsday Clock is going to set the stage for us to see the feature of some Watchmen characters in the DC Rebirth stories. I don't think we're going to start seeing like full-fledged crossovers. I don't think we're going to get Doomsday Clock and then 6 months later Justice League versus Watchmen. But I think we're going to start seeing like a little more involvement here and there. I think we might see, you know, Constantine crossover with like Rorschach, or, you know, hopefully Batman. Dude, I want to see Rorschach meet the Joker. Like, I mean, dude,
that would be crazy.
That would be crazy. I think we'll start seeing a little more crossover with DC Rebirth and all new, all different. Or I'm sorry, the Watchmen.
I'm muting it, don't worry.
It's currently rolling out to people. I don't have it yet.
I have it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so we'll go for like a minute or two more, and then we're going to move over to twitch.tv/eligiblemonster. We're going to be racing in Destiny, and so you can come over, hang out with us. Any questions that didn't get answered, we will answer there. And don't worry, John Clock, I saw your last super chat. We're going to get to that.
John Clock, yeah.
But it's twitch.tv/eligiblemonster. Today's a big Destiny race between me, Rob, Houston, and Dan. Well, I know you're going to be offended. I forgot your name for a second. But no, all four of us are going to be racing to see who can hit the cap today. We're going to be there all day chatting and having a great time. Come hang out with us. It will be a good time. And we're going to be closing this out to go over there. Just come on over, help support our new gaming community, what we're trying to build up over there. John Clark asked, what did we all do before YouTube? For me, I was in the Army.
Yeah.
I did infantry, and then I did preventive medicine, and I was pretty much the food inspector, safety inspector, and STD inspector. That is not fun. Do not be the guy that does the Q-tip down the...
Family friendly, man.
Okay, all right.
Family friendly.
What'd you do?
I was a dispatcher. I sat in a room and monitored zone temperatures and fan systems and so on. It was a very uneventful job. So we both had jobs that we weren't particularly keen on.
Okay, I love this. Either these two people asked the same question, or it's an account being just spammed. The Joker versus Darkseid. Has Darkseid met the Joker?
No way.
He's never met him, as far as I know.
No. But I'm saying, like, that's to the letter.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's bananas.
Yeah. Isabel's a regular on the channel too, so I don't even think it's like a spam account.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Joker versus Darkseid. Has Darkseid met the Joker? I don't think the Darkseid's ever actually no, I don't think Darkseid ever met the Joker. I mean, he's aware of him.
Yeah.
But we've never seen like Darkseid walking down the street. It's like the Joker, or like the Joker trying to attack Darkseid.
Yeah.
We've never seen anything like that.
I think Darkseid will wreck him.
Oh yeah.
The Joker doesn't have any powers.
He's
Zev Core says a Green-Blue Lantern hybrid, Captain America versus Supes. Oh, so a Green-Blue Lantern version of Cap versus Supes.
Yeah, like what happened with Hal Jordan.
That would be kind of cool.
That would be a Green-Blue Lantern hybrid Cap versus Superman.
Because he's got so much hope. He would overpower the Green Ring.
Yeah, he would literally just recharge himself over and over again. He'd bolster his own power and then bolster the other half of his power.
I think he might be able to win if he did that.
He'd be pretty overpowered.
Depending on which version of Superman, but like General Superman without like OP, whatever.
The problem is you'd have to remove Superman from a yellow sun, because as long as he has his energy, Captain America would run out of Green Lantern and Blue Lantern energy before Superman would run out of energy himself.
Matt Hayes asks a great question for $5. Who would win? Who's going to win 2018, Marvel or DC? Here's a good
Are we
prediction.
talking about comics or are we talking about movies?
Let's do both.
If it's movies, Marvel.
Yeah, I think Marvel's going to take
Yeah.
2018.
They're gonna wreck
They got Infinity War.
2018. Yeah, it'll be insane.
Comics, if DC keeps this trend and Marvel keeps this trend, I think DC.
If Marvel Legacy #1, if the palpating hope of that comic is any indication of what we'll see in the future, like Franklin Richards and Valeria Richards traveling around the multiverse and following them, the idea of the Guardians of the Galaxy capturing Infinity Stones. If the feeling that I got from Marvel's Legacy #1 is the feeling I maintain throughout Marvel going into 2018, I will feel like it is going to be Marvel who will win.
You think so? That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Mr. Autobot, we're going to end with this. Says, according to Google, Darkseid met Joker in the Emperor Joker storyline.
Oh, yeah.
Did he? Because I didn't finish reading that one.
Yeah, Joker controlled the universe. I didn't even think about that.
I had a problem with that story when I was catching up with it. It's so ingrained into the universe at the time, with so much happening that relates to DC at the time.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to do all the research to figure out what the hell was going on.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That didn't even occur to me.
All right, guys, this is where we're going to end today's Q&A. Please join us on Saturday when we'll probably do another one, or Sunday. Either way, just keep an eye on the channel. If you didn't get your question answered, I do apologize. It is very difficult for us to keep up with all the questions flying through. YouTube puts this into slow mode, so while it looks like it's going slow to you, that's because there's so many questions flying through it.
Yeah.
So because of that, we are going to move over to Twitch. We will be there, guarantee at least 6 hours. Maybe 10 hours, somewhere in between there, leveling to cap, see who's going to get there first.
It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day. So come on over, hang out with us. Go to twitch.tv/eligiblemonster. The link is down below, guys, and I will see you over there. Thank you all.
Peace.